Hey guys, it's me, Lucky, and I'm going to be talking about the deaths of Hazbin Hotel and Heck of a Boss characters' deaths. Let's start with Angel Dust. Now, Angel Dust is supposed to be this spider, and resemble he have died from an overdose and from dying with seizures and more, because the overdose he did had seizures, hallucinations, and much more things that would bad happen. Baxter is an anglerfish, and it's pretty simple what happened here. That he died on a ship by drowning. He must have wanted to die in the ship with it, or got locked in his room, because he has nothing that protects him on his body except for a vest and a hat and glasses. Alistair is a deer, and he had an X mark on his head. He must have been mistaken for a deer by a deer hunter and got shot in the head, and if the brain doesn't function with it, then he might die. So, yes. He had died from, or got caught by getting bit by a dog that had rabies, since there was a bad, sad dog story about him. Now, with Nifty, isn't that hard? She might have the same thing with Alistair getting bit by a dog with rabies, because she has a poodle on her dress as a dog. So that's probably why they're such good friends with Alistair. But also she may have been like a stalker, since she liked cleaning a lot and she liked killing rats. So she must have stalked a man and got shot after getting caught. That's why all the dots on her dress and her skirt, that she must have gotten shot. About this reporter, that Katie Killjoy had probably died from breaking her neck, since you've seen in one of her videos when she was in the Hazbin Hotel on Fizzy Pop. You should subscribe to them. But also that she could turn her neck in ways that isn't supposed to be turned. That she was reporting off a cliff and but fell on the cliff, breaking her neck. Or that a praying mantis had killed a man or anything, and when she was running down the stairs, she must have broken her neck while falling down. Baggy, of course, it's probably obvious with the three X's. One on her left eye and two on her lingerie outfit. Now, she used to try to be like a moth on it. Supposed to be originally like that, but then they decided to not do that, so they accepted with the legs. But yeah. Baggy probably got stabbed or shot through the head and her eye, or with the two stab marks like the X's on her lingerie outfit, she must have got stabbed too from a serial killer. Now, Husk is probably simple. He must have drunk some alcohol when he was alive. That he must have died from the addiction. Now about her, that she must have eaten some toxic stuff from Mizzy. That she must have eaten something, since the teeth marks on her dress with like a mouth, maybe that she ate something very poisonous to kill her. She must have been like a famous singer, that she probably was bad. He, which is Tom Trent's, must have died from a world war by dying from toxic gas like mustard gas. The thing's why is supports his face with the gas mask. He must have died from the mustard gas. Sorry, I was trying to charge my phone. But he must have died from mustard gas. That's why it's a part of his body on his face, of the gas mask. Now we know that Sir Pentius must have died from getting bit by a poisonous snake. His body is like a snake, so he must have died from it. Valentino must have died from doing lots of drugs and abusing other women or men from the stripping, club, that he must have been the same like in Hazbin Hotel in real life in his when he was alive. So he must have been getting people to abuse and probably getting arrested, breaking out, and probably getting shot in the head. Drinking too much alcohol and doing drugs, so he must have happened to that. Violette had probably, or Velette, it's good enough. But she must, since she looks like a clown from her style, she must have happened in a car crash when she was putting makeup on in the mirror and dying from the car crash, crashing into something. Now, Vox must have been a host or a reporter like, the other person, the girl who broke her neck, I forgot her name already, that maybe an accident happened, or when he was selling TVs, he must have, a TV fell on his head or something. Terry Bell must have died from getting stabbed or getting shot because there's so many holes on her shoulder, on her chest, and an X mark that is a part of her body on her dress, and an X mark on her eye, that she must have died from a serial killer, and probably dying from the police, getting shot because she was throwing bombs everywhere when she was alive, getting criminalist. Now, Crimini, I'm probably sure that she must have been a mean person when she was alive, because she's very mean and has motel, that she may have died from reckless driving. Travis must have died from drinking alcohol or getting abused, because right now he was in the car, or when he was in the stripping club where he saw Angel Dust, that he must have been with girls, and when he was getting cheated on, a girl must have got to kill him because of it. Now about Millie, that she must have died from all those marks on her whole body. It must have been that she died from getting stabbed or shot on her, and more of all, she must have died from killing and then getting arrested by shot in every place that she had died. Next would be Moxie. Well, if you've seen in the Truth Seekers, he one time in the scene dropped the gun and accidentally dropped the gun and then shot somebody, that he probably died by accidentally dropping a gun and getting something caught on the trigger that he had and accidentally getting himself shot. Next would be Luna. Now, Luna may be not or have been born in Heck of a Boss, which is his universe, but I'll just say that she must have died from a wolf or anything, because she is a wolf and she is a heck hound. That she must have died from a wolf. Next will be Stolas. Stolas, I do not have any explanation why he's an owl, but I think that he must have died from sexual abuse and getting very hurt and being gay, so he must have been killed from sexual abuse, shooting himself in the head. Next would be Blitzo. Now, Blitzo has little marks on his head, and he has a little thing around his eye, that he might have died from anything that involved something in him, so he must have died from something getting hurt on his eye or on his head of his labels. So that's all for today. I'll tell you next time about it. Bye bye.